Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name's Julie, and today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial based off of the photo that I just recently posted on my Instagram. I'll insert it here. I actually got a request from someone to film this look, which is different for me. I never get requests, so when I got one, I jumped on that. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing that look, then stay tuned. So my skin is kind of going through a thing right now ever since I had surgery. So I've been focusing a lot more on moisturizing things and not being afraid of luminizing type products. So the first thing I'm gonna go in with is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. I love this primer. I think it's beautiful and it's perfect for my, I guess what you would call combination skin right now. So I'm gonna put that on my cheeks and chin, because those are the places that have been the driest. I'm gonna just put that generously on there. What's left over from there on my forehead and nose. So a foundation that I liked before, but I didn't absolutely love it, was this one. This is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. And now that I'm combo, or more dry and not quite as crazy oily, this is everything. It's so beautiful. I love how it looks, and I think if you have super oily skin and it's summertime, like, it's not gonna be for you, but anything else, it just might be the one. So I'm gonna start by taking one pump and putting that on my cheeks and taking a damp beauty sponge and blending it out. I'm gonna take a second pump and I'm gonna put that on my forehead and my chin, and a little bit on my nose. So I love how just fresh my makeup looks, how naturally that lays on the skin and sinks into the skin. It will dry down a little bit, but it gives such a pretty finish. Then I'm gonna take ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I'm going to conceal my under eyes, and then use it to highlight a little bit as well, and also to prime my eyelids for eyeshadow. Now that that's all blended in, I'm going to take my Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder and set it. Make sure that you have all of the creases blended back out again before going in with powder. Then I'm gonna take this e.l.f. palette. This is a bronzer palette in Bronze Beauty. And I'm gonna go in with this color right here. And I'm just gonna bronze the face. To contour, I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Then I'm just gonna take the bronzer brush and kind of blend it out a little bit more with no additional product. Just make sure it all blends together. Then taking a little bit of the translucent powder on the sponge, I'm just going to cut the contour a little bit, like that, just a light amount. And then, instead of just wiping it away with the regular fluffy brush, I'm gonna take the contour brush, I'm gonna go over that line, just for a blend. That way I still have a strong contour. And then fluffy brush just to clean it up. I highly recommend this blush palette. It's so good. It's the Morphe 9N blush palette, and it looks like this. These are super pigmented, so you don't have to use very much of them. You do have to be careful not to overdo it, which is something to look out for with them, but they'll last forever. And there's so many pretty colors in here. But how I did it was I got one little bit here, a little in here, and then tap it off really good, and then go in with your blush. Just be careful, because you can see, like, that was enough. And that mix just gives a little bit, it's a pinky blush, but it has a little bronze in it too. And finally, highlight, I'm gonna be using Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. Obviously, it's well loved. I'm gonna put this generously on my cheekbones, bring it down to the cheek. The bulk of it, I'm gonna put here, and then when I'm done and there's less product, I blend it down the cheek and then up the side of the brow a little bit. Just to kind of create a fluid highlight that when you catch the light, it's like pop, nothing, pop. And then taking my finger, I'm gonna get a little bit for the Cupid's bow. And next, brows. Okay, I want to mention this because I think I've said over and over again how I couldn't find a drugstore eyebrow pencil that I was into. And I retried this one. I mentioned it, but I said I didn't like it as much. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil. I said I didn't like this as much as the Anastasia one, but right now I'm actually enjoying it at least as much right now. I don't know why. I guess sometimes our opinions change, or sometimes what we're looking for changes, or maybe the skin changes. I don't know what it is, but I love this. It's super affordable. It's like a really teeny tiny little pencil, and it has a good spoolie on the other end. It's really hard to do eyebrows on camera, and I do kind of want to film a eyebrow tutorial, especially because you can see how like sparse and damaged my eyebrows are. So whenever I do my eyebrows, the mirror's like right here. So I don't know how I'm gonna make that happen. If you are interested, let me know and I'll make sure that I do it sooner than later. In the meantime, I'm going to do my brows and I'll be right back. Okay, so my brows are done, so now for eyeshadow. I did run into a problem with this. I didn't realize when I originally decided to do this that this palette is no longer on the Morphe website. There's a lot of Morphe products in here today. Anyway, this is the Morphe by Kathleen Lights palette. And although I could look up a dupe for this palette, I want to make sure that the one that I suggest has the colors I actually used in this palette. So the one that I found that was the closest to the main colors that I used in this one is the Morphe 350. There are 3 colors that are essential that I'm going to use today that are in this palette. Well, they're not in this palette, but they're similar to the ones in this palette, and you can get the same look. So anyway, the Morphe 350 palette is where it's at. I am, however, going to use this one since it's what I used that day, and if you just happen to have this palette, then you can follow along with this one. Otherwise, get 350. So first I'm gonna go in with this one right here. It's a warm transition brown, warm to neutral brown. And it's very nice as a transition shade, which just means it's going to help your eye look transition from eyeshadow to natural skin color a little bit more smoothly so that there's no harsh lines. Start in the crease and then blend up. The trick to getting a good blend is going over it over and over and over and over and over. Also, when I blend my eyeshadows outward, I don't stop at the end of the eye. I kind of stop at the end of the eyebrow because I feel like it makes my eyes look bigger and I like that. Now that I've weighed down that transition color, I'm gonna go in with a smaller blending brush and I'm going to be using this color right here. And I'm gonna take this one in the crease and I'm gonna keep it lower than the other one. I'm gonna start on the outer half and then blend inward so that it's all in the crease. It's kind of like one of those mustardy brown yellow colors. Usually this color in palettes is a little bit lighter and a little bit less brown, and this one has some kind of green tones in it. The one that I found that was most similar out of the ones that I was checking out is in the 350. Okay, so this one is the one I'm using right now in the Kathleen Lights palette, and this is the one from the 350. As you can see, they're very similar. So I think that if you use the 350, that color is where it's at. That's the color we're gonna use to build all of the depth on the eyelid. And I'm gonna have the darkest bit of it right here. And then I'm still gonna add depth though, all the way across. And then I can blend upward a little bit, but I don't want any additional product as I blend upward. I wanna keep the depth right here. Next, I'm gonna go in with this gold shade right here, and I'm going to just take that right with my finger, and I'm going to add it to the eyelid. I'm adding it all along the bottom of the eyelid and up into the crease, like that. Then to blend it out, I'm gonna take the smaller, more precise brush that we took that mustardy color, Dijon mustard color on, and I'm going to gently blend out the edges of that with no additional product. And I'm actually going to take this smaller, denser brush and that mustard color again and just add a little bit of depth on that outer part. I'm not going on the lid at all, I'm just in the outer crease. I'm going halfway, I'm not even gonna take it all the way in, just to add a little bit of depth there. And with no additional product on this one, I'm just gonna blend out the very top of that. So one of the big things that makes this palette different from the 350 is this black eyeshadow and this not shimmery, kind of like off-white eyeshadow. The 350 doesn't have those colors, however, you can get those in so many places. Black eyeshadows are really easy to find. This one isn't particularly pigmented or anything like that, so any black eyeshadow will do essentially. And that off-white one, you can just use a highlight color. Any matte light highlight color should work just as good. I have this flat definer brush and I have that black eyeshadow on it. And I'm gonna take it and I'm going to create a somewhat thick, blunt, dark line right on and under the lash line, all the way across until I get to the inner corner, and I'm gonna stop before I hit the inner corner, but I'm just gonna go ahead and add that dark line. I know it looks crazy right now, we'll fix it. Then taking a small fluffy pencil brush, I'm gonna go back in with this color right here. And I'm not gonna go on the black eyeshadow, I'm gonna go right underneath it. and begin to add it underneath. And then once I've kind of got that underneath it, then I can start blending out along the edge of the black to kind of blow it out a little bit and make it not such a harsh line. Although we're gonna leave it kind of like a line. So be careful when you're blending. The black is gonna get on your brush and you wanna be careful not to get it too muddy. So don't rotate your brush as you're blending, if that makes any sense. Just go back and forth in little wiggles and don't blend too crazy. And sometimes when you're doing your lower lash line, you'll get a little bit of fallout. So just take a flimsy brush and gently kind of flick it away. So to highlight the inner corner, I'm gonna go back in with Champagne Pop and my pinky. I use a lot of fingers for this look. And I'm just going to pop it on the inner corner like that. Then I'm gonna take this matte off-white color and a small brush, something small and kind of more flat, and I'm gonna highlight my brow bone with that. Then I'm gonna take ColourPop cream gel liner in Honey Dude, and I'm going to put that on my waterline. And then mascara, anything will do. I don't even want to mention what I'm using because I don't even think I would recommend it. Just any mascara, throw it on. Okay, so ordinarily I like to go, this is lash optional, you don't need lashes. For this look, you really need lashes. I feel like even if you have naturally full, pretty eyelashes, you still might need false eyelashes for this look because of the darkness on the bottom. It really makes your eyes look heavy if you don't have lashes on top. So the ones that I use for this look are the Cocoa Lashes in Queen Bee. And they're like this. They're wispy, but they're still dramatic, and they're going to lift my eyes back up. So I got the glue on there. It's been drying for a few seconds, and I'm going to apply this lash. Okay, so here's what I mean. You know, this eye looks dramatic and glamorous. Quasimodo. Glamorous, Quasimodo. And finally, the last step is Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in Mood. This is going to make everything come together and complete our look. All right, and this is the completed look. So at the end there, it did come together. I know for a second you were wondering, is she gonna pull it together? Are her eyes gonna look that droopy this whole time? But it came together, right? No more droopy eyes. Like I said, lashes are kind of essential. You also might wanna wait until your lipstick's dry just before you start talking. Otherwise you're gonna have lipstick in your teeth. Oh, I almost forgot. There is one more thing. Setting spray. This is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. So I'm just gonna shake it up really good, which is necessary because this one has glitter. Relax your face and voila. So anyway, hope that you enjoyed this video. I really like this makeup. This could be good for fall or for winter. I think it's really nice for colder months. I mean, who cares? You could wear it year round, but I just have a lot of fun doing a little bit more of like a darker dramatic lip and kind of bold eyes in the fall and winter time. I think it's really fun. So that's everything. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell to know whenever I post a new video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.